All right, here we are, getting ready to talk about Louder Than Life. We're going to break this down into two videos. We're getting ready to give you the do's and don'ts. And then when the schedule comes out, we're going to hit you with who the Dotsons are going to be interested in seeing. And the schedule will come out for about 2 weeks from the concert. They'll give us a schedule and who's playing on what stages. And then we'll give you who we're interested in seeing on them days. And we'll just give you an overview today of the bands playing.
Yeah, so it's that time. We like to go over the do's and don'ts, what you can bring in, what you cannot bring in, just in case there are those people out there that have not ever been to a festival. I call us connoisseurs of festivals.
I would call us veterans.
Yes, we have been to many, many, many festivals. We have been to this particular festival at least 5 times.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So this is one of our favorites. Louder Than Life is a great, great festival. We like the venue. We just enjoy the atmosphere, the location, everything about it. All our friends meet together there and we just have a good time. So what you want to do first?
Well, let's hit them with the rules.
What you can, what you cannot or can bring in. Which one?
What you can't.
What you can't.
What you can't. What you can't.
What you cannot bring in. It's a longer list than what you can, believe it or not. So here we go. I'm going to just read it down the list. No large bags, backpacks, or duffel bags. See the bag policy in the allowed items. We'll go over that here in a minute. No coolers, no picnic baskets. No outside food or beverages except for one factory sealed bottle of water, and it says that 20 ounces is the max size. No metal containers, example, Yetis or Hydro flasks. No glass containers, no strollers, no video cameras or GoPros, no audio recording devices, no laptops, no tablets. No professional cameras or cameras with removable lenses. No selfie sticks, no lasers or laser pointers, no drones, no chairs of any kind, no umbrellas, no hula hoops or totems, no balloons, beach balls, no confetti or glow sticks, no aerosol cans, which means no sunscreen aerosol cans, no whistles or air horns, no fireworks, explosives, no musical instruments of any kind, no camelbacks or other refillable hydration packs, although I've seen many of these in the festivals before.
I've seen umbrellas and beach balls too.
All of this stuff, especially beach balls. They throw them around at the shows like crazy. No weapons of any kind, no drugs or drug paraphernalia.
Seen all that too.
No pets, with the exception of service animals. No colors or patches, chains, chain wallets or spikes. No walkie-talkies or two-way radios, and no unauthorized vending or advertising. Your safety is our number one concern, so these items are subject to change at any time and at the discretion of the security staff. That's where they get you, the discretion of the security staff. If they see something that's not on this list and you think you can bring it in, it may be on the can bring in list or not on any list. It's their discretion as to whether they'll let you in with it or not. We've been through many lines where they'll let you in with it one day, they'll not let you in with it the next day. The one line will let you in with it. The next person over here says no. For example, AA batteries. It's not on any of these lists. But they would not let me in with them last year or the year before.
I seen costumes get turned away and get put back out.
You just never know. It's hard not to get upset when they tell you you can't bring something in, and especially if it's not on their list. Because trust me, I've gotten upset with it. It does no good. They'll throw it away, or they'll make you take it back to your car or hotel. You just got to follow the rules and just go in and be happy. That's all I can say.
I will say that the first day is usually the more relaxed day with the rules. Could that be because they're not fully staffed on Thursdays? Possibly. Then they clamp down more. And then sometimes they get busy and they let more stuff get through too.
Yeah, you just never know. And it gets frustrating sometimes because there's no constant.
What we suggest though is once you get it in on Thursday, purchase a locker. Have a locker. You probably need to purchase a locker beforehand because they do sell out. And then put everything in the locker and just walk out empty-handed.
Leave it all in there. That way you don't have to deal with it again.
Say a rain jacket or a sweatshirt or sweatpants. If you think it's going to get cold, just leave it in there. Blanket, whatever you get in, leave it in. And then just come on out.
Take out what is necessary. I take out my charger so I can recharge them, my phone, of course, and my wallet. Usually everything else I keep in there. It's just less hassle. If you get it in one day, you might not get it in again the next day. So it's just better that way. That's just our little tip. So you want to do what we can bring in now? Oh, this is the aerosol can for the sunscreen. Not allowed. You can bring lotion, cream.
You can take this right here with a flame. You can make a large torch. That's the main reason why.
Right.
Plus, you can also spray it in people's eyes.
Yeah.
There's 2 reasons why they don't want you to bring it in. Also, it can be punctured too and hurt somebody.
It's kind of heavy depending on what size you can hurt somebody with that. If you hit them upside the head or you throw it up in the air. So there's many reasons, so I get that. And as long as they let sunscreen in lotion-wise, I'm good because you do not want to be burnt. So, no go. What we do though, this is another tip. Spray this on your whole body before you go in.
Leave it in the car.
Yeah, and then leave it in the car. That's
hotel, whatever.
Yeah, that is
camping.
One way of that's less sunscreen that you have to use and reapply. So it's just easier to spray this on than that stupid lotion. But no go on bringing it in. Don't bring it in. Don't even try it. That will get thrown away for sure. All right, what you can bring in. Of course, cell phones, small portable chargers, sunscreen, non-aerosol, we just discussed. 1 factory sealed bottle of water, 20-ounce max size, or 1 empty plastic refillable water bottle. No hydro flasks or Yetis. I have seen the bigger than 20 ounce. I guess they're just putting a limit on it, and just you could get turned away if you brought something bigger than that. So
yeah, I've seen people bring in a gallon jug.
Yeah, me too. We just bring in our normal 20-ounce bottle of water, and then we refill it at the free water refill stations. That's the best way to do it. Last year, we didn't pay for any bottled water whatsoever. We bought some Gatorades every now and then.
They didn't have bottled water last year. They had it in the can.
The can. That's probably why we didn't. I hate the can. It's just
liquid death.
Tastes different to me. I don't like it. But the free water is not bad. I mean, it's not freezing cold, but it's not hot. It's not bad. It
not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
It's gonna rock your world, no. But it's not bad. Not bad at all.
All right, continuing down the list. My nose is itching. Sorry. Binoculars, you can bring in. Towels and light blankets. Those are the items I would definitely leave in your locker overnight if you bring them in. Small point and shoot digital cameras. Hats, sunglasses are a must. Always bring your hats and sunglasses. You can leave those in the locker too. Earplugs, meh. Depends on if you're up close to the stage all day long near the speakers. We don't never have to wear our earplugs.
You're really never that close
Yeah,
to the speakers though there.
but you can bring them in if you want.
They have a large barrier, large barrier in between you.
Yeah, we've never had to use them at a festival, as far as I remember, right?
Correct.
Sealed packs of cigarettes and cigars. And I go over this every year too. I don't know if they're going to turn that away or not. I've never talked to anybody that smokes to see if they got an unopened pack of cigarettes in. I'm assuming that's just so you don't try to stick anything else in there with the cigarettes to try to pull it off as bringing it in. I don't know why that's the case. But
Contraband.
that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. So it says you can bring in only sealed packs, but of course you can bring in your vape pens and the e-cigarettes. Bags, they of course recommend you don't bring in any, but I don't know how anybody goes through an all-day festival without bringing something in. If you must bring a bag in, you have to abide by their bag policy below. And since you can't see it, I'm going to tell you, you can bring in clear small backpacks, 12 inches by 6 inches by 12 inches. This is what I bring in. I'll get all my stuff out of it. There is a bigger size that I bought. I don't think it fits the wet measurement, so I didn't bring it in. I just went and bought another one. This one works really well. It's not too big, not too small. See the width. It's got the thing. It's got cup holders on each side. This is where we put both our bottled waters. It's also got another zipper part here. I keep some stuff that I want easy access to there, and I'll put everything else in here. It fits the purpose for what I need, so it works good. You can also bring in the clear drawstring bags, 16 inch by 13 inch.
A boom bag.
Yeah.
A fanny pack.
Yeah, you can bring in those. And those don't have to be clear. Those can be colored. So I guess because they're small. Small bags and purses, crossbody. They do have a size on those, 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. And on the fanny packs is 7.5 inches by 4.1 by 2.6. You can also bring in clear totes, 12 by 6 by 12, and plastic storage bags, the gallon resealable, your Ziploc bags, if you will. That's just, you can also bring in these. It doesn't really say that on the list. It's not on any list. But I've never had any issues bringing in any kind of little portable fans. I have not tried this one yet at the festival, but I have had these and had no issues. The only thing is like I said, this one takes AA batteries for the fan part of it, and they would not let me bring in any extras. They let me put in the 2 that comes in it, but no extras. And it has to be empty, no water in it. You have to fill it up once you get inside, because they might think this is vodka. I don't know. They'll make you empty it out. So that is my list. Lockers are on sale now. I'm getting ready to go buy mine myself. They are $85 for an 8-inch by 12-inch by 18-inch locker. I have no problem fitting my backpack in there if I wanted to shove the whole thing in there. And you could still probably fit more stuff in there. Shirts, extra clothing. That's another thing you would suggest bringing in. Like you said, your jackets and stuff you could leave in. But if you wanted to bring an extra shirt, extra sweatshirt, or if
rain
jacket,
poncho.
If you bought merch, you want to just shove it in there. Your bought merch, unless you plan on wearing it, I would take that home and get it on out of the locker. You don't need it in there. but they're $85 plus tax, so it'll probably be right at $100 for that locker.
For your 4 days.
For all 4 days, correct. And that's, it seems expensive.
Can you get it for 1 day?
You can get it for 1 day. I do not know the cost of that. I don't know if it tells me, but I don't know how that works if you're there the whole, I don't know why you would get it for, I guess if you're there for just 1 day, I don't know if it'll tell me that. I'll look and see. But, yeah, Thursday, here it's $25. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, $25 a day. So I mean, it equals out to if you bought them by the day. There are VIP lockers, and there's also top shelf lockers.
It's fancy.
Fancy. That's the top shelf VIP. And they all cost, top shelf is $60 actually instead of $85. So they get a little bit of a discount. VIP does not, it's still $85, but they have their own lockers in their own area. So they're, you may not, it varies per person. We always get one every year and we use it faithfully. We love it. We can't go without it now that we have it. We used to share lockers, but everybody kind of gets their own now. They have so much stuff that we like to bring in, and we like to be comfortable and have what we need when we want it. I also bring in chapstick. That's another thing that's not on this list. Chapstick. I always like that. I'll bring in my liquid. You can bring in your drink mixes, your liquid IV. I bring those in to help stay hydrated because they are like 2 or 3 times more than just a bottled water. They give you the electrolytes.
It also helps her with the just all right water.
Yeah. It's not plain water. It's flavored water now. That helps with me with my headaches. I don't get overheated as much. That and wearing the hat. And the fan, if I bring the fan in. So, yeah, stay hydrated. That helps so much with getting sick. Some people pass out because of the heat. I don't know. We don't know the weather yet, but still, stay hydrated. So, I think that's about it.
Yeah, suggestions. If you're going to dye your hair, any of it, I would dye it 4 or 5 days out. I wouldn't wait to 1 day, because if it is hot and sweaty, you'll run and look like a melted ice cream cone. Just a suggestion. I also suggest you start drinking enough fluid, more fluids, 3 days in advance of the first day of the show. So, what is that, Sunday?
Yeah, it starts Thursday, so I would start Sunday just to be on the safe side.
Hydrate.
Yep.
Yep.
It helps a lot. It really does.
And if you want to start walking right now to get a little more exercise in, get a little more shape, because it's a lot of walking.
I always wear comfy shoes. You could even wear what they call moleskin if you want to. It helps with getting blisters, especially. I definitely wouldn't do a new pair of shoes. Make sure it's just an older, comfy pair, because they will get dirty.
And I also would suggest, if you're getting up close, don't wear your fancy sunglasses. Get you a pair of ZZ Top glasses.
Cheap sunglasses.
Yep.
They do sell those kind of things there, but you're going to spend at least $10 to $20 more on a pair of sunglasses if you buy them there at the festival. So, but luckily, if you do break them, you're not have to go without the whole day. You can get them. I bought chapstick at that general store more times than I can count, because I forget mine every day in the room.
We always get this. T-shirts are right around $40. Hoodies are anywhere from $65 to $80. Mm-hmm. Your beers are running you probably right around from $12 to $15 now. Yeah. Food will run you about $15 as well, all the way up to $20
each.
Yeah, your meals per person.
We try to do 1 meal a day because we eat big before we go in, and then we'll eat after. If we can find a place, we have issues with finding places to eat in Louisville.
Everything's closed.
If you have suggestions, if you're local and are watching this, please tell us where we can find after festival dinner that's still open and that's not going to have a line wrapped around the building where it's an hour wait for food.
We've had to go to Indiana several times and eat there.
Yeah.
At Crystal's.
White Castle.
White Castle. Yep.
So, yeah. I had something else and I lost it.
Did you now?
Yeah, when we was talking about drinks and food and stuff. I lost it.
It's Foo Fighters on Thursday. It's kind of the punk rock day. It's Foo Fighters, Weezer. I know Foo Fighters ain't quite as much punk, but the rest of the bands are Weezer, Rancid, 311. Those all in that vein. And usually the headliner that day gets to help pick out the lineup, not completely dictate it. And then there's a lot more other bands on the list. Tool, Godsmack is on Friday. Limp Bizkit, Megadeth, Corey Taylor. Bad Omens, I would highly suggest. Avatar, great live band. Fever, of course. And then Rain City Drive we haven't seen, and Fame on Fire. These are all Octane Rep bands. So then you come on down, you got Avenge. We're looking forward to seeing them. Pantera, haven't seen them. Falling in Reverse, Pierce the Veil, Parkway Drive, Baby Metal, Asking Alexander, The Who. I'd suggest you check them out. They're a show. Then you've got Green Day, Queens of the Stone Age, and Turnstile on Sunday, closing the year out. Run the Jewels, Flogging Molly, The Interrupters, AWOL Nation, Rival Sons, Mayday Parade. And we'll get more in depth about the lineup and who we're interested in see once the schedule comes out and what stage everybody's going to be on.
So is Fever still not a band? What's going on with Fever, Mr.?
Well, the last time they were on a festival lineup, they did not show up. They canceled off on that.
That was in May.
If anybody knows, the Fever consisted of 3 members, and they're down to 1 member. And I don't know if he's hired 2 other guys or 3 other guys to play with him yet, or what. If anybody's got any insight on that, hit us up. We'll be interested to hear that too. Oh, what's his name going to be on here too? 0936. He was entertaining as well. He plays on Saturday. All right. What else you got? What tips you got to bring in stuff? The tips we used to have was bring in lids.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I don't know.
Lids.
Yeah.
You can still bring in your Gatorade lids. I think they're doing Powerades now. But you can bring in a Gatorade. I'd bring in a Gatorade and a Powerade lid. But they went to the metal can, so bringing in the water lid is out the window.
Just the lids. I don't know if they'll take them away if they find them. So, I mean, you probably put them in your pants pocket and you'll be okay. Because they're not going to go off in a metal detector. And they're not going to frisk you or anything. So, yeah, bottle caps. They are going, I'm pretty sure, cashless this year. Because all the other ones have been. And what that basically means is that they are not taking cash. Although I've heard some of them will, some of them won't. It varies. But for the most part, they're not. You either have to do credit or debit card. Or you can bring in one of those preloaded Visa cards. Or you can turn in your cash for a card at the festival when you're there. That line may or may not be long, though. I don't know. We haven't never tried it before. I don't think I would do that. I would still bring some cash. I think some places even will allow tips in cash, but most of them will just have you add it right on the card.
Oh yeah, and since it is cashless, the guy running your card will just go ahead and add that tip on there, and then hand it back to you to add a tip too. So you're sometimes getting charged double tip, so you need to watch that when you're being charged on your
just
cards.
make sure you're looking at it very carefully to see if he has already pushed a tip on there before you add a tip. So yeah, that's something to look at. And I also had heard that people that have turn their cash into cards, I've heard a lot of double charging on those. Your wristbands, you can load your card onto it and just use your wristband. I've heard about double charging on that. So just watch what they charge you, and just keep an eye on your bank statements and things like that. But so just to be warned that some of them may turn away your cash. So I think that's all I got right now that I can think of. If I think of anything else, I'll make sure to mention it in our next video. If you have any questions, please comment, and we will do our best to find out the answer for you. We may know the answer, so we'll just let you know what we know.
Yeah, we'll probably, as soon as the schedule comes out, probably that weekend, we'll release a lineup that we're looking for, daily lineup we're interested in seeing.
And don't forget about the Ubers. If you Uber in, it may not be so easy to Uber out. Everybody's wanting to be leaving at the same time, so they will jack up the prices, and you may be waiting an hour, 2 hours before you can get out of there.
Yeah, something that'll be as simple as like a $15 Uber will be up to $90 to get that same route home.
Yep.
We've experienced that.
Yeah,
in Rockville.
We have learned that firsthand. And we've seen it after every festival and heard people fussing and complaining about it. So they check the website. There was something about shuttles this year that I thought was pretty interesting, but I don't remember if that's something that you can get if you're just at one of their hotels. But go on the website, and all this stuff that we've talked about will be on the website. You go to the menu on the left-hand side and go down, click on info and FAQs, and festival info is what I just read from. But they've got pass info, parking. Parking, by the way, is usually right around $40
a day.
A day.
They have the official map is already up on the site.
Yeah. I don't think anything's changed.
I think they got more stages and the double stages down there on the one end now, instead of just that one stage. I think every stage is a double stage.
So they still got 6 stages. Yeah, 2, 2, and 2. Yeah. The most of the music I think goes on the 4 main stages. The other 2 smaller ones usually have like interviews, like
Twitch.
talk.
Twitch does interviews on one of them about all day.
Talk stuff. So yeah. So they always have. They got a lost and found and first aid, medical tents.
They got a big bourbon tent.
Yeah.
Getting more shade.
That's about
They got a Jack Daniels tent usually there too. They all get crowded if it's really hot.
Yeah.
They got TVs during the football games you can watch. They got picnic tables down on the end where you can actually see the band if you want to, down there, the concession area. You can hang out there. So some of it's gravel, some of it's grass.
Yeah, I think the shuttle is just for the hotel packages. They've got an official shuttle back and forth. This is leave your car behind, jump on an air-conditioned motor coach for a ride to and from the festival site. But you still got to buy a pass for that. It's called takepegasus.com. Advanced purchase is required. There are no on-site purchases. I don't know how much it is right offhand, because they want you to, it says get a quote now, so I'd have to go through all these steps. But it's there. You can check it out and see how much it'll cost. It'll either probably per day, or they'll do a package for all 4 days, I'm sure.
Bowling alley is right there. You can park at the hit. They charge you money too. I don't know how much it was. It'd probably be cheaper than paying the festival parking. Just a guess. It's real close. You can walk from there. There is a pre-party Wednesday at the Kingdom, which is the amusement park right beside it.
Yeah.
At the water park part of it, by the way.
I don't know if there's a cost for that.
Yes, there is.
Maybe just to get into the park, or
Yeah.
probably just get into the park. Here it is. The shuttle pass for Louder Than Life is $150 for the whole weekend. I don't see where they broke it down into if you wanted it just one day, but if you're getting the hotel package, I think you had to, that's a whole weekend. I don't think you can get a hotel package for just one day.
Well, all right. This video's run about 30 minutes. It's probably too long.
So, yep. We were just full of information, that's all. We're just trying to get you the best experience you can have. The main thing is have fun, be kind.
Pick somebody up when they fall in the pit. Help everybody crowd surf.
Yeah.
It's all a lot better when everybody helps.
Turn around and yell heads up if you see a crowd
Don't
surfer
duck.
coming your way.
It's gonna hurt.
Tap on the person in front of you. Heads up. That way everybody knows nobody gets hurt. Help bring them along safely. It's more fun that way.
Alrighty. I'm still Kenny. And I'd like for you to like, share, and subscribe this video before Tony tells you her name.
You spoke right over my name.
That's because I wasn't done talking. She cuts me off all the daggone time.
You always say I'm Kenny, and then I say I'm Tony
All the
right
time.
after. You changed it up on me.
It's because I had like, share, and subscribe coming. I'm still Kenny.
I'm done.
Her name ain't done. Her name is Tony Dotson. And then she says these famous words.
Till the next adventure.
Horns up.